Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Colorwood for YouTube, back with another review for Benight and Beguile. Like I said, read along next week, guys. Sorry about the lack of time and stuff. Uh, Book 5, Chapter 11, Confessions. So, Evie's body is laying there. Um, they're rushing over to the room where Evie's body was, room 4, or sorry, there's a group of 4 rushing over where Evie's body is being held. So you have Nick, you have Gregory, you have Nick and Evie's mother, Aurora. Also, Doctor Ward enters the room as well, and Evie is trying to get them to. She's saying this in her mind because they can't hear her. They think she's dead. Touch my body, touch my body. It's warm. Again, Jacqueline's in her mind messing with her too, like, oh, that ain't ever going to happen, and soon you'll be dead anyway. Here's a woman who poses Evie's friend. Again, Jacqueline is someone who's very, very conniving, very sick and twisted woman. She's also a witch, so. And she's put Evie in the exact position she's wanted her to, and now she's just going to kill her off. Um, and they're all in shock of all this. I mean, Aurora is in shock. You have you have the fact that Nick's in shock, and he can't believe this. And the nurse gave too much of a dose, and he's like questioning her and this and stuff too, which is really good. Um, Also, you have a confession from Aurora. You know, Ashby Jordan's confession of murder, um, which is really good. That she murdered her husband. Yeah, yeah. I wonder if she went Charles Bronson on him, Death Wish style, just bam. Um, yeah, I would have. Just saying. Maybe she stuck the knife in Michael Myers stuff. Yeah. But no, she did. She admits. Oh, actually, sorry. She did. She poisoned her husband. Sorry, I was having a little fun there. Um, she poisoned. I do because she had to get the life insurance. Again, her husband had gambled a lot of things away. He had gone into a lot of debt, causing his family. So she killed him. Um, by the way, the person who hears this is a Shia. Uh, this confession that she gives to Gregory. And the Shia now has a new weapon of insurance against Gregory. Oh, I could just tell the world, that would cause a lot of damage. That would cause Gregory to lose his constableship. Uh, Again, Gregory does love Aurora. Love. My message to Gregory Rains is love is about honesty, my friend. Um, just saying, I don't lie to my wife. I'd be dead. I wouldn't be sitting here. Shit. So, Sebastian is going to feed on a man who has a newspaper, a courier who is carrying several bundles of the Welshport Globe. He's going to feed on him, and then he sees the headline of Evie's death, which shocks him. He goes back to where they're staying at the Terramore Forest, uh, the Lockwood Thicket, if you will, and he bursts in and he's all angry. Jacqueline senses his anger, and he downright accused. He says to Jacqueline, "I bet this makes you happy." No, damn. Damn, it's Jesus. My God. Dude. And she backpedals pretty good. Um, Sebastian is now Jacqueline's for the taking. Um, Sebastian, when he touched baby Caleb, Caleb uh, showed him a vision, and he has a because of this vision, Sebastian has a feeling about Jacqueline. He has a straight had a strange feeling about Jacqueline. Um, so there's some stuff going on there. So finally, Charlotte and Morgan arrive on Good Island. Run away! Run away! um, I feel like, from a survival rate standpoint, theoretically, you could survive at Crystal Lake longer than you could survive on Good Island or in Westport in general. I feel the survival. I feel my buddy John Philip Bencourt is making Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers look like an act of kindness. Like, uh, he's under arrest for killing off his main character. I'm kidding. Well, she's not dead. Dead. She's not dead. She will be. She might be soon. Though. Everyone thinks she's dead. That's the important thing, though. Most people are thinking she's dead, so we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Um, so Charlotte and Morgan arrive about the announcement of Evie's death. Um, they talk about it. Mary is, heart sunk at all this, even though she's happy to see her daughter with her. She's always wanted to be near her daughter, and Jacob has used her daughter, like, over her head and stuff. It was, this was a. They also tell her about Morgan's mother. She's off to find David Lord. That woman's in for an adventure. Um, Philip, his mouth dropped and he grabbed the paper from Mary. Even before this terrible news, we knew something awful was going to happen, Mary. Um, this was worse than we expected. We couldn't leave ourselves in a place that was so unsafe. So so again, Charlotte's letting them know they didn't feel safe. They didn't feel safe there. Um, and also could say that's so unlike Celeste. She ain't the woman you once knew, Phil. She ain't the woman you once knew. Um, some characters just deserve a bullet. We'll just say that about Celeste. She deserves to be shot. Um, my solution for every character that is evil. Sorry, I went to the school of the shadow. um, so Jonathan catches Sebastian visiting his baby. Jonathan is offering Sebastian some aid. Hey, if you can give me some information about your Uncle Jacob, crimes he's committed. Sebastian ain't having none of it. He doesn't trust Jonathan. He grabs Jonathan by the throat. He has every intention of killing him. Again, Sebastian is not in the mood for any of this. Though I do like how Jonathan is like putting the blame on Jacob for everything. Jonathan and Jacob did not. Jonathan did not fall far from the Jacob Lord tree. We'll say. I don't think they're the same person. I just think they're a lot. They're more alike than what we think. Um, which I like. Again, if you have a character who's sort of not exactly Jacob Lord, but they're a bit sinister, and maybe they're not. They don't know quite how to be that yet, but they're slowly picking up some things. Could be interesting. Um, Mary's confrontation of Jacqueline is really good because I like how Jacqueline tries a spell, but nothing's happening. She's worried that her powers were leaving her. So there's something going on with Jacqueline's powers, which is interesting. Um, again, we don't. Jacqueline explains some things about the powers, but again, we're not fully. By my definition, there's some satanic ties to the sisters. There's some dark, or maybe not Satan himself, but there's some dark ties to the Sisters of High Script. It might not directly be Satan, but it's something for sure that, hey, if yeah, if you're gonna love, there's some consequences for that. At least that's what I'm sensing. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So don't. I'm sorry. Don't take my words to whatever. But she asked him, "Did you kill Evie? Did you kill someone you called your friend?" Mary asked point blank. There it is, accusations of murder. No, Mary, I did not kill her. I did not kill Evie. In fact, I didn't even know people thought she was dead. That that's horrible. The poor thing, Jack. In a half truth, I don't believe you. Uh, clutched her coat hard to her body, which was tense with worry for Sebastian's whereabouts and anxiety because Sebastian's left over Mary's mounting suspicions. All she wanted to do was push past her coven sister and find Sebastian. Find the man she loved more than anything before he could get to Evie and discover she was indeed alive but under a spell. Um, that's going to be interesting. So I'm going to read some here. I don't have time to sit for you to sit here on my doorstep and accuse me of killing someone without proof, Mary. I have other problems to deal with, and then your unfounded suspicions. Yes, about that. What are your problems? Where are you rushing off to? Mary asked. Jacqueline's eyes narrowed. She sensed sarcasm in Mary's voice. She felt as if Mary herself was hiding something suspicious. Then flooded Jacqueline's mind about Mary. Had Mary, her own coven sister, double crossed her and done something to Sebastian? What have you done? Jacqueline asked with a sinister tone. What what have I done? Jacqueline hissed. Like you said, sister, we can't hide anything from each other. Our coven code dictates that just as you said. So yes, what have you done? Sebastian is missing. What have You must have done something to do that. Sebastian missing? I had nothing to do with that. He came to my cottage the other night and left. It wasn't really married. In a sense, it was this kid. Um, so there's that. Jacqueline Jacqueline leaves, but Mary, what have you done, Jacqueline? Mary whispered. I'll say this: there's a lot of characters who are against each other, which is good. I think that in my opinion, that's something John does really, really well within telling his story. He always has characters, or at least new adversaries for these characters. Jacqueline Gray. To put this in context, I wasn't expecting Jacqueline to be a heel, and then John made her one, and that was a delightful surprise. You always want a new threat, whether it's big or small, especially in a story, with this much depth. And that's something John, does really, really well as a fantastic writer. He always creates these characters who pose a threat to his other characters, good or bad. Um, and there's always a character to sort of have behind it. Like if there's one character who's bad, there's a character behind that character who's bad, who isn't necessarily that character or even affiliated with the character. For example, Jacqueline isn't being paid by Jacob Lord to do any of this, um, to my knowledge. So there's that. But so you want that sort of deep character driven storytelling with a storyteller. Link to Benight and Beguile, book 5, chapter 11 is going to be in the description box, guys. Uh, I have two Dark Shadows videos for you coming tonight, and I'll have two tomorrow, and then I got to get writing. So see you guys.